another video. We are starting the 6th summer series, so we are day 0 of 6th summer, starting in Cordova. We've already tacked in, car made it. There's some really good vibes, for lack of better terms, around here. Everything's very laid back. So we are currently in the lanes. It's not been a short road to get to this event and get ready. We didn't know if we were going to, but we're gonna baby this first pass. We're gonna do an 8th mile hit and read plugs, check everything, use a bore scope, because every time 5 has melted, you actually have no signs of it on the plugs or the EGTs, so threw us for a little bit of a loop. But anyways, getting ready for pass number 1, day 0, little testing, 8th mile hit. It's hot. It's hot. It's gonna be a good week. Stay tuned.
You want me to fasten this or no?
Go ahead and tie the side down, that way the side... A little more? Okay.
So I'm very happy with that. It was only a 50 something?
Oh yeah, it was slow.
We don't care about that. The point is that we're just trying to make sure the motor lives. So they had it fattened up. You could smell it.
Yeah.
It was bubbling fat. It still did an okay burnout and it still launched okay. But it looked like when she shifted second gear, it probably spun the tire. She lifted, pedaled and then got back in it. We don't care about any of that. All we want to do is make sure the plugs are all good, the pistons are all good, and then they can turn it up and start getting some ET out of it.
Didn't shut off.
Yeah.
No shut off.
Anything stupid?
No. No, not at all.
It just rattled the
That's
tires.
the first time it's ever rattled the tires like that. It literally like shook. I was like,
You can almost see under the tires flapping.
I was like, I don't know if that's a power thing.
Was it before the shift or on?
Before the shift.
What was it, 60?
1.2. I think it was before the 60. It chattered.
It rattled. They started flapping at the
It actually was like it was the hardest chatter I have felt in the car. So, okay, so first attempted pass. I don't think it was necessarily the track. I've heard people saying track. I actually think so. We went out and it shook, I believe, before the 60. Still ran a 122.60. It's the first time I've ever felt tire shake in that car to that extent, like where people talk about it rattling your teeth. With those Mickey Thompson tires, never felt it. I know some other tires, like that is a more common thing, but I don't think maybe the track could have something to have done with it. Don't know, I'm not gonna go that route, but I actually think the car was finally making power in the 60, where previously we've been fighting that, I think, injector issue. I'm literally pulling stuff out of my head right now because we're just now getting ready to look at the data. But basically that was only a 60-foot hit. I let out of it, got in it a little, so I'll have enough data to work on the fuel map. That's my main thing right now. With those new injectors, they run at a higher fuel pressure. So from 45, which they were, to 90 on these new ones. When I was actually working on the new table, or when we were adjusting the fuel pressure, these new injectors, I guess, are atomizing so much better that with that higher fuel pressure, they actually want more fuel. So to be safe, I did some spool tests and things like that and got an idea of what that fuel map was gonna look like. And I added fuel to the fuel map all over, so we'll see how it acted. So a lot of today is working on fuel map, getting some 8th mile hits, checking number 5 because it's a little butthead. Hang on. Can I sticker you?
Yeah.
No. Nah.
We need one on the other
one of
side.
those though. That'd be cool.
Need one on the other side.
Bottles on, chutes are on.
There's a plug. Can you take him off?
There you go.
Welcome.
Welcome home.
Good?
All good.
702,
Saw
208.
that. That's not
Fastest pass of the day.
Not bad for the track. And I short shifted because I wanted to make sure it was going to.
Job driving. I saw it start to rattle and you shifted.
Good job.
Not shabby. Not shabby. 702 at 208, 122 with a 360 foot. So
What was the 6 foot?
122 with a 3.
Oh, it's the same as the last.
Yeah.
But it chattered, right? Like,
Yeah. Well, I think it was on the verge of it, so I
The
could grab it.
316 is kind of, yeah, the.
Hi. Hi, Steve.
What's he being funny with?
You're just funny looking.
208. All that timing must have really.
How much time did
Throw
you
more
put in?
diamond in it.
4
You want me
degrees.
to fix your map
4
for you?
degrees. Yeah.
It was rattling the tires.
Throw more power in it.
Yeah.
More power. What's the answer? More power.
More power, babe.
You had a quarter pound
power.
more air pressure, so.
Oh,
I think it-
I'm gonna look at the video.
I think it likes that on that slicker track.
Oh, it puked oil.
Well,
Oh, the friggin' hose came off.
oh, way to go, Motion.
Okay, so it's the end of the day. So today's our test day for sick summer. And we're a little nervous coming in because we just melted a piston for the second time in the same hole. But once we melted it the second time, it's like, okay, we're on to something now. I mean, if it was just random somewhere else, it could be tuned. But as soon as we melted the second piston in the same hole, we kind of decided, you know what, we must have an injector problem. So Alex and Nick took off to Oklahoma City the other day while I was finishing putting the motor together, and they had the injectors flowed, and there's some really sketchy stuff going on. They were really uneven, I mean dangerously uneven, not necessarily showing that number 5 hole was danger, but we think they're sticking. We think a couple of them stuck open and hydrolocked the motor and bent the rods, and we think at least one of them stuck shut or had problems and went lean and probably melted the piston twice. So anyway, that's our guess. We put Nick's injectors in. They took them over to Oklahoma City, had them cleaned. We put his billet atomizers in, started the car up. Man, it idled good. It just sounded so good and crisp, so we thought we were onto something. It wouldn't even idle on the other injectors that we had in there, so we had to phase them in. Had to phase from the small ones to the big ones during the run. There's a lot to talk about there, but we think that's what was causing it to pop and die. So we've been fighting that for over a year. So anyway, we came here, put back together, running really good, but zero testing on it, no dyno time. We just loaded it up, come up here, was really nervous about the first run. She just, you know, launched the car, it did well. It pulled the front tire just a little bit like it usually does, went out and shook the tires harder than it's ever shook them before. So one, I think, is making more power. I think we needed more tire pressure, but two, the track was bad. So she just kind of got back in the throttle a little bit, ran down, ran a 9 something, 950 I think. But that was good enough. That's all we wanted. We pulled the plugs. They were so clean. They looked like they just come out of the box. There was no heat in them. That was good. So we came back and they worked on the tune just a little bit. We went back out and she launched the car, short shifted it because she could feel it was about to rattle the tires again. Ran 702 at 208, I think it was. So that was a very good pass for us. We're very pleased with that. It ran faster with less boost than it has. I think we can turn it up tomorrow and get those 6s back as long as the track will hold it. And we made it down the track today. Not too many people did. The good news is that's not a blistering pass, but it's the fastest pass of the day. So we're ending today with the fastest pass. The car's all together. I'm putting new plugs in it so we can get a good read after our first pass tomorrow. And I think we're on to something.
I feel like he's too tired today to really do Nolan
I've been
segments.
up 40 hours.
Where have you been? Give your recap.
My recap?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. On Friday night, what's today? Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay, so Friday night, I was at the MPK race, Street Outlaws, in Hebron, Ohio, National Trail Raceway, till 4 o'clock in the morning. Got up at 7 to be at the track, and then I have not been to sleep yet. Because I left Denny's at 4. I was telling you I was taking a shower, my alarm went off, and I
I found
realized
this on the web. Was that mine?
that's a mighty big lens you have.
Is it yours?
I was talking to Corinne.
Alex said we have to do in the car videos of us this time.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you know why? It's because they're having FOMO. That's why. They want to know what's going
You
on.
need to put a
at all
GoPro
times.
in there this time.
Yeah, we need to dedicate
Yeah.
one to just stay in there.
Because we get punch drunk after a few hundred miles. I would have been in bed at 11 o'clock if nobody made it to the finals.
You look like you're having fun.
I am having fun. I traded one set of tailors for the other set of tailors. So it's good. So she's got to do good. Well, Scott. Well, Scott wanted to win because she won, what, the last one? Six winter now? Or what are they called? Sick early? Yeah, original sick week. Now we're in sick summer.
Piece of crap.
There's so much attitude projectiling out of him.